The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
2nd and 4. This one swung out to Montgomery. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
As quarterbacks like to do, he pushed it downfield on that throw. But I think that since he was outside the pocket and there was open space, it would have been a good time for his first carry of the game.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they're in a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try not to stand before they're backed up even further.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
They start the drive with Cook. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Well, this defense for the Bucs, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolute phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, the Vikings in a disappointing 1-4 as they start play. They were losers their last time out. Try to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
7 yards there and a 1st down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. Touchdown, Vikings! Dalvin Cook, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he finds Montgomery complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 11. Deep ball for Goodwin. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers are back within a score. Gano the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a return from deep in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. To throw is Wilson. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And they want this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Cook up the gut. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. From midfield now, here's Wilson. That'll be caught. Reagor with it. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try the middle with Cook. Ooh, the juke. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Now Wilson on 1st down.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Bucs are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback. When you're a capable runner, oftentimes your quarterback coach, your offensive coordinator, they'd love to see you break the pocket and go ahead and take off. I think he could have gotten vertical and picked up something there. Instead, he pushed it downfield, incomplete.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a 4-10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the 1st.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them. Practice this week, and for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction, and when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Airing this one out for Evans. And this one is incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Airing this one out for Evans. And that will be incomplete. Scared to let it fly when it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 16. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try.
They're trying for Reagor, but it's intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football.
I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open. True. So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Mike Evans from 21 yards away.
And the Bucs are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And we'll see what they want to do. 45 seconds is all that remains until the break.
First play of the drive there is incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding what receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others.
And the Bucs will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Gano the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it And we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back to haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep it from scoring before the half ends.
The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. They're going to look to throw.
Deep ball for Goodwin.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. Let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works. Sometimes they're ready for you. And that time, they were on guard. Incomplete.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
One of the few things that hasn't gone right in this first half. They had a chance there for late points, but this one winds up off the mark.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis, operating gun, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Nowhere to go that time. They maybe got a yard up to the 40.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. This is taken around the 12. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
57 yards on the ground for him so far.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On play action, they'll throw. And he finds his target, Ebron. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Give him 32 on the play.
It doesn't look like this defense found the magic elixir at halftime. This offense was rolling in the first half, and that's continued here in the third quarter. Another big play right there.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. David Montgomery, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point try good by Gano, and the lead now up to 14. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
This will be a return from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson.
Cook makes the catch on the out route.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
The defense is ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turned it into a successful play.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Mike McGlinchey, the Notre Dame man, guilty on that
one. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Cook following the penalty. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Third and long, it's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right.
Open man, it's Reagor. He's got it. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 43. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
There's Wilson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Buccaneers are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for them. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it. I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
Room here to run. And he'll be ridden out of bounds all the way down at the 15-yard line. 142 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Fournette is into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. So a great second effort there as he's able to stay upright and get into the end zone.
I think not just a second effort. I think a 3rd effort was what got him in. Maybe possibly even a 4th.
Yeah, whatever it was, he was not going to be denied. Gano now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Buccaneers 35, Vikings 14.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 43. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Ezra Cleveland, the guard, called for the penalty there. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Able to avoid him at the 40. And down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Vikings.
3rd down as a defender, all you're thinking about is getting off the field. How do you stop this last play?
But if you don't wrap up when you tackle and you play it back like this, all of a sudden he's taking it to the house, and now you're looking at each other wondering, what did we do wrong on that play?
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they'll be inside the red zone with the ball at the 16-yard line. So a turnover there on the kickoff. And don't look now, but that just made things a little more interesting.
Very interesting, because when you're trailing in a game, these are the mistakes that you pray for. You just went down and scored. Now you get the football right back with another great opportunity.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw into the hands of Darden. 4 yards remain on 2nd down. Ball on the 10.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Buccaneers' 10-yard line.
They go play action now. Wilson. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
On the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 165 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay.
Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging.